What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be a little bit different. I figured I would do a video on it because I'm sure I'm not the only one in the world that has this problem. I've been feeding my cats up under the eave of my house right here to keep the water and stuff out of the food, and I put them some food down when I leave or whatever, so they have something to eat and won't be going hungry till I get back. And so I've had an issue with possums and stuff coming up here and getting in the food and eating all the food. And so I'm going to try to solve that with this table right here. I've got this table out here and I had these chairs, and I really don't sit out here that much. I have a swing over here I can sit in if I want to. So what I'm going to attempt to do is put the food up here on the table, and then I'm going to make like a covered thing out of a horse bucket to set on top of here and tie it down to this table. And the cats will be able to jump up here, but a possum and a coon should not. Well, I'm not 100% sure on the coon, but I pretty well know a possum should not be able to get up there the way that table is made. At least I don't think so. So I've seen some different videos on YouTube there, people building stuff using a 4x4 post in the ground and building like a table with a covered thing on it. And that's more trouble than I really want to go through. So I went uptown, I got a bucket, and I'm gonna cut out the sides of it and put a bowl in it, and we'll see how that works, and I'll let you guys know before I post this video. Alright guys, so here's the bucket that I just bought. This is for like you use for horses and whatnot. It's a 70 quart bucket, came from Tractor Supply if anybody is interested in that. So anyways, we'll set this up. I'm gonna mark it out and cut the sides out of it basically, and to make two sides access and then secure it on that table. Alright guys, I've got me a 5-gallon bucket here. I don't know how well this is going to work. What I have in mind is I'm going to take just something that's round. I'm going to eyeball the center of the bucket here between the two handles, and I'm going to make a mark somewhere up here close to the top like this around this bucket. And it don't have to be exact. Like I say, I'm not even sure this is going to work, but we're going to see. What I want to do is come down like that. I'm just using a silver streak marking pencil like you would mark metal with. It's not doing a great job of marking on that. But I'll get some kind of line marked on there, and then I'm going to extend this down from here, and I'm going to do that on both sides, and make openings and put the feed bowl in the middle of it is my idea. So let me get something else, and we'll bring these lines on down on each side, do the other side, and then we'll cut it out. Alright, this is just a 12-inch framing square here. Just using it because it's easier to handle than a 2-foot square, and I have one. So as I say, this does not have to be any kind of exact here. I'm going to bring that down, and then I am going to measure from say here to there. We got 5 inches, and we'll do that here. Gonna mark about where 5 inches is at. Like I say, it doesn't have to be exact. Don't even know how well this is gonna work, so. But that should give us a cutout right there. And I'll turn it over and do the other side the same way. And then we'll saw this out with a jigsaw. Let's see what we got. Alright guys, we got the second side of our horse feeding, watering bucket, whatever you want to do with it, bucket here marked, and I got my jigsaw with some type of blade in it, and we're going to see if we can cut this here and how big a mess we can make. number 1. Job number 2. How to make your brand new bucket not brand new anymore. So that should sit on the table like that and keep the rain off of the cat food, and obviously the cats can access it from either side. At least that's an idea. So we'll take it up there and see what it looks like. Alright guys, I'm going to take a grinder with a flat disc on it. You put a notch in this somewhere just so the water will drain off the top of the bucket and just not sit there. So I don't think it matters a whole lot how you do it. It's going to drain off somewhere. Probably not required, but yeah, I figure, you know, what's it gonna hurt? No. Maybe keep so much water standing on top of it. Alright guys, so I've got the bucket up here that we cut, got it on the table. I got it secured here with 4 zip ties, 2 on each side. It is pretty stable there. And I got some new bowls while I was uptown. I had a bowl identical to this that was plastic, and a coon ran off with it. I don't know what he thought he was going to do with the bowl, but I guess he carried it back to his house. And so this bowl here I had when they were kittens, and the coon also got a hold of this and dropped it and broke it. And so anyway, I want to see which one of these bowls like it fits best up in here, because I wasn't too sure how this was going to work out. And I'm sure there may be a little water that gets, you know, on that, but it'll be for the most part covered. That big one doesn't fit too bad, does it? And that way the cats don't have to get all the way up inside of there. You know, they can just kind of stick their head there and eat, and they can see through the other side, where they're not enclosed and trapped and all that good stuff. So I think we'll go with that. Alright guys, we're going to try this right here and see how this setup works out. They're not hungry right now. They eat earlier, but I went ahead and put their water up here. There's plenty of room for them to jump up on either side and get up there. They can access it from both sides. I'm going to move this light. This is an old light I took down about a year ago, and it got laid here and I never did anything with. But anyway, I think that'll work and keep the food somewhat drier. And I think that'll keep the possums from getting through it. That's the main issue I'm having, is possums coming up here and stuff. Alright guys, this was the day before I built the feeder here. You see the possum there and the coon. The possum's just hanging out. He'll come back in a little bit. But the coon here has got his foot on the bowl, and this is where he picks up the bowl and runs off with it and dumps the food out. And I was only gone like maybe 2 hours when this happened. I'd run uptown, I'd put the cats out some food and run uptown, and when I come back, everything was gone. And he had also done this about 2 days before as well with a different bowl. So I don't know what he's doing with my bowls, carrying them back to his house, I suppose. There he goes. He got a hold on it. I definitely never found my bowl, so he carried it off in the woods somewhere. And there he goes with my bowl. Alright, I want to put this clip in here. You can see the cat don't have any problem jumping up there. The lighting's not that great in this little clip here, but we're going to throw it in there. You can see the cat hop right up there with no problem. Another cat's over there enjoying the sunshine right over there. But so far it's working out pretty decent. Alright guys, if you look right here, this is our possum trying to get up under the table. He's under the bottom side of the table here. We have a coon coming up in the bottom right hand corner right here. This is our coon. And our possum, you can see the tail hanging right there. Let's see if either one of them get on the table. The coon is looking where I used to keep the food. The coon found an onion ring. I'd left an onion ring that had left over. I went to Sonic, had a couple onion rings left over. I threw out there for the cats, see if they would eat them or not. The coon has found one of them. I think the possum got one a while ago. But the possum is still up under the bottom of that table there. I don't know if the camera is picking it up or not. You see the possum right there up under the table? See his head there? He's trying to figure out how to get up there. So this is what I've been dealing with, and it's odd that the possum and the coon seem to come out a lot at the same time, which is kind of strange because I've got some video of them fighting over the food and stuff that was on the ground when I was keeping it on the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up, and we'll see if they get up there or not. Alright, so this sped up 4 times right here. Coon got another onion ring over there. Possum's still under the table trying to figure out what to do. Alright guys, so let's look at this footage a little bit more. There's actually 2 coons and 2 possums. One possum is up under the table right here. The other one has ran down the steps out there. One coon is right here. The other coon is right here. So I can't get them all in the screen at one time, and I actually didn't think there was only but one coon and one possum. But there's actually 2 coons right there, as you see. And the possum is under the table there. I don't know if you can see right there his tail hanging down. But this coon here never came all the way up there, I don't believe. It looked like he ran back down. See, he went back down, went back in the woods. And this one over here is hanging out eating onion ring, while the possum is up under the table with his head hanging, or his tail hanging down, trying to figure out how to get on top of the table. Alright guys, in this clip right here you can see both possums. You see one at the top of the steps, one at the bottom of the steps right there. So this one at the top has grabbed the onion ring that I threw out. He's headed down and the other one is headed up. And Coon's scouting around the deck trying to see if there's anything else that he missed. Coon gives up and leaves. The possum gets down. He's trying hard to figure out how to get up there. And looks like he's going to give up, is he? Yep, looks like he gave up. Alright guys, as you can see, the setup seems to be working pretty well. No possums or coons has managed to get up there at this point, and it actually seems like it's helping to keep the cats from eating so much. Before, when I had it on the ground, it seemed like they would, every time they would walk by, they would get a few bites and this, that, and other. And now it seems like that it's up higher. They only jump up there when they get hungry. I guess because it takes a little effort to jump up there, and so I don't see them jumping up there as often as I've seen them eating on the ground, if that makes sense. Seems like they're coming to this every 5 to 6 hours, which is about what I would expect. Before, you know, every 30 minutes or hour, seems like every time they'd walk by, they would get them a couple bites out of the bowl. But this here seems to be working. It's probably a little healthier for the cats anyway, not to eat, overeat. And, you know, they have to wait till they get a little bit hungry before they want to jump up there or whatnot. So it's helping in that, and it's definitely helping to keep the coons from stealing my dishes and getting up there and stealing the cat food. It's keeping the water off the cat food. So far, I'm liking the setup. 20 bucks for the bucket. I don't remember what the bowl was, $12, $15 something for that big bowl. And then water bowl was like $5. I also got another bowl I paid like 10 bucks for, it smaller, because I wasn't sure which one was going to fit in there. Already had the patio table. I have no idea what one of those costs these days. I've had that one for quite a while. But anyway, if you have a patio table that you don't really use, that's metal, that the legs are tucked in up under like that, this seems to be a decent solution so far. It's working out pretty good. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.